Imagine this. One moment you're laughing with a friend, soaking in the beauty of nature, and the next, you're standing alone in a dense forest, no path in sight, the sun setting behind the trees. That's how my nightmare began, a story I'll never forget. It was supposed to be a weekend getaway. My best friend Sam and I had decided to escape the city's chaos and reconnect with nature. We chose Green Valley Forest, a place known for its lush greenery, cascading streams, and endless trails. We'd spent weeks preparing, researching maps, packing supplies, and hyping ourselves up for the adventure. Little did we know, we weren't prepared for what was to come. The morning we arrived was perfect. The air smelled fresh, the kind of clean that fills your lungs with life. The forest was alive with chirping birds, buzzing insects, and the soft rustle of leaves in the breeze. It felt like stepping into another world. Our plan was simple. Follow the main trail, enjoy the scenery, and make it back to camp before sunset. Armed with a map and compass, we felt invincible. But as anyone who's been lost will tell you, nature has a way of humbling the overconfident. We came across a fork in the trail around noon. The map didn't show it, but there was an old, overgrown path leading off to the left. "Let's check it out," Sam said, his eyes lighting up with curiosity. "Are you sure?" I hesitated. "It's not on the map." "That's what makes it exciting," he replied, already stepping forward. I sighed and followed him. For the first hour, it was magical. The trail led us to a hidden clearing filled with wildflowers and a sparkling stream. We stopped to take pictures, feeling like explorers discovering a secret paradise. But as we ventured deeper, the path became harder to follow. The trees grew thicker, their branches intertwining to form a canopy that blocked out the sunlight. The air grew cooler, and the cheerful sounds of the forest were replaced by an eerie silence. "Maybe we should head back," I suggested. Sam nodded, but when we turned around, the trail was gone. The grass and underbrush had swallowed it, leaving no trace of where we'd come from. "We're lost," I whispered, the words tasting bitter in my mouth. At first, we tried retracing our steps, but every direction looked the same, trees stretching endlessly, shadows shifting with the fading light. We argued, fear making us snappy, but we quickly realized that wouldn't help. Night fell faster than we expected. Without a flashlight, the darkness was oppressive, making every sound feel amplified. Twigs snapping in the distance, the rustle of unseen creatures, it was enough to send chills down my spine. We found a hollow under a tree and decided to stay put until morning. Sam managed to start a small fire using the lighter he carried, and the flickering flames became our only comfort. Huddled close, we barely slept, jumping at every noise. The next day brought new challenges. We were hungry, thirsty, and exhausted. The snacks we'd packed were gone, and while the stream we found earlier provided water, we knew drinking it untreated was risky. As we wandered, we encountered parts of the wilderness we'd never imagined. A swampy area forced us to wade through muddy water up to our knees. We stumbled upon a fallen log covered in mushrooms, some glowing faintly in the dim light, a hauntingly beautiful sight that reminded us how far from home we were. At one point, we heard the growl of an animal nearby. We froze, hearts pounding as a large shadow moved through the trees. A bear. Thankfully, it didn't seem interested in us, but the encounter left us shaken. On the third day, desperation set in the forest was relentless, and our attempts to navigate with the compass only seemed to lead us in circles. I began to feel the weight of the wilderness, the isolation, the vastness. It was as if the forest itself was alive, watching us struggle. We tried to stay hopeful. Sam joked about how we'd laugh about this later, but his voice cracked, betraying his fear. Our break came in the form of a sound, a faint humming. It was distant, almost imperceptible, but it was there. We followed it, stumbling through bushes and over roots, until we reached a dirt road. There, in the middle of nowhere, was an old pickup truck. An older man in a wide-brimmed hat stood beside it, loading firewood. He turned to us, his eyes widening as he took in our disheveled appearance. "You two look like you've been through the ringer," he said, his voice warm with concern. I couldn't stop myself. I broke down, tears streaming as relief washed over me. The man gave us water and some food from his truck before driving us to a ranger station. The experience changed me. I used to think I understood nature, that I could control it. But the wilderness doesn't follow our rules. It's vast, powerful, and humbling. Even now, I think back to those 3 days. The fear, the beauty, the lessons learned. It was the most terrifying and transformative experience of my life. Thank you for listening to my story. If you enjoyed it, or if it made you think twice about your next adventure, please like, share, and subscribe for more. And remember, respect nature, and always be prepared. Until next time, take care.